And I'm live, and I'm up, and I'm awake, and I'm working. And I want to get into the Alexis Ware case. Um, I was doing a couple, researching because I'm always into these missing women, what happened to them. And I came up with an article on she was being chased by the devil. So usually when you say the devil, you'll think about somebody that either you who's attracted to you, who just getting on your nerve. You know what I mean? It can mean other things, but that's the way I took it. Okay. You get a chance, smash that like button. All right. Um, we're gonna get into uh who was chasing Alexis before she disappeared. Okay, because it's crazy how she's in the bed when her mom's called to check on her, but she all of a sudden get a call from someone who allegedly probably been calling her down to mama house. You know what I mean? And she finally spoke to the person. So she needed gas in the car. So allegedly she told um, the baby daddy, TJ, to meet her at the gas station at the 7-Eleven on 29. Allegedly. That what was said. Okay. So we're going to get into it. For those who don't remember Alexis, when she went missing, she was 29 years old. Okay? She went missing, she been missing since January 30th, 2022. Okay? Alexis is 5'5" and weigh about 230 pounds. Okay? Black hair, brown eyes. Now, sometimes it's good to recap because you miss out on a whole lot, okay? Now, Alexis was last seen in Anderson on Highway 29 North on January the 30th. Now, let me keep in mind now, there were, before the 20, before she went missing, she came in contact with a lot of people on the 29th and the 28th. Okay? All right. According to a report by WISTO News, Fox Carolina, Alexis' children father, TJ Patterson, he met her at the 7-Eleven on Highway 29 in around 7 p.m. Sunday to pick up their two kids. Okay? Really, she only had one child. So at that moment, she had to let the other one go with him because she wanted to go with her brother. Okay. The plan was for Alexis to follow TJ back to his mother's house, but he says she never made it. We got up the road, went to a red light, then she went around me and sped off. This what Patterson recalled. TJ said he tried calling her again and again, but her Alexis never answered. This is his story. Police stated that Alexis could be driving a red Honda in South Carolina and they had the tag number, which they found the car. Okay? They found the car, but no Alexis. Alexis was 29 when she vanished on January 30th, 2022. She was last seen at a 7-Eleven in Anderson County, South Carolina. Alexis have a large social media following. She has 30K followers on both her Facebook and her Instagram. That's a very large following, people. She was very active on both platforms up until she vanished. Okay. Alexis said something that most young ladies says, but she said, to get something you never had, you must do things you never done. That's what she said. Alexis' younger half brother, Travis Ware, spoke to NBC about his sister. And this is what he says. My big sister, Alexis, she's the life of the party. I love to say that anywhere she goes, she just lights up the room first and foremost. Before she's the makeup artist, hairstylist. Before any of that, she's a mother and she loves her 2 kids, my niece and my nephew. That was her pride and joy. And so she was a mother before anything, but she truly was this, the light that shines anywhere she went. Alexis is a hairstylist. Now you're talking about a hairstylist. So she's busy, okay? Who loves fashion and doing makeup. So that first gave me a sense of humor that maybe she did a quick run doing something like that, allegedly, okay? But she didn't take no clothes nor the kids, okay? Alexis had a great personality, her mom said. She had several appointments set up to do and photo shoots. When, it didn't say, okay? She wanted to do Instagram modeling. She was going to build her platform with that. She has always been supported, kind. She's just always been the person that wants to help everyone, Travis said. Everything that came with being a big sister, that was her. She always supported me and my career, always encouraged me. Alexis' 2 children was age 2 and 9 when she disappeared. So you know that 9-year-old can talk. I'm gonna show y'all the picture of Alexis. Okay, and these are beautiful kids. Okay. January the 30th, 2022 was a Sunday. Alexis' mother, Berta, said that Alexis has been hanging out with her family all weekend, but that something seems off. But, but something seems off, okay? It wasn't the Alexis that was used to, that they was used to, her mom said. I knew that something was going on with her. Something was freaking her out. That's what the mom said. During the family weekend, Alberta said her daughter was crying about her upcoming 30th birthday. Now, when she told me, when the mom put here that she was crying about her 30th birthday, it seemed as if that she could have been crying that she wasn't going to see it. Was she crying because she's getting older? I don't know. And didn't feel younger anymore. I don't know. Okay. Her mom also said, she said stuff like she didn't feel like she was gonna make it to see her birthday. Now, y'all, that's unusual for a young lady to say. Alberta told Dateline that Alberta thought this was very out of character because Alexis has always gone out, all out for her birthday. That's big for her. But y'all got to remember she was younger then. Okay? She's still young at 30. She just turned 30. Okay? Okay. That that's big for her where she know months in advance. She, this is I'm reading what I see now. She's got her birthday outfit together. She will have her shoes together. How she's gonna style her hair. But this year, Alberta said she hadn't done anything. Now keep in mind now, Alexis wasn't with that guy she was with those years. So she was a new guy these years, okay? Late at night on Saturday, January the 29th, 2022, Alexis talked about being followed. She sat here and cried. She wasn't telling me exactly what was going on, Roberta said. Now let's look at it. Let's go back to that. Alexis doing a lot of anxiety here. Okay? She's late at night on Saturday, the day before she went missing. The mother said that on the 29th, Alexis talked about being followed. Now, Alexis doing a lot of crying. She wasn't going to make it to see her birthday. And she talked about somebody being following her. She sat here and cried. She wasn't telling me exactly what was going on, Alberta said. That particular Saturday, she kept getting a phone call all that day. She didn't know who it was. And she was like, look, look, look. How is this the number? How is this number keep getting through? Whoever she kept blocking, the number kept getting through. That's weird, y'all. I have it in block. That sounds scary. Let me read that again. That particular Saturday, she kept getting a phone call all day. She didn't know who it was. And she was like, look, how is this number keep getting through? I have it in block. Then that's weird. And she would go into her block list, and it actually showed me this number being in her block list. When I asked her who it was, she called him the devil. Now that's spooky. That's weird, y'all. The number is in her block list and they keep getting through. Alberta also spoke about Alexis' behavior around the time she disappeared. She had got into the zodiac sign. She read so much about her zodiac sign, and she kept saying that she could see different things that was going to happen. She would tell us to pay attention to the roles. Excuse me. She would tell us to pay attention to certain colors. She even said that it was a black truck following her. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me catch it. Following her. Okay. What is confirmed in the case is that Alexis left her family, excuse me, around 12 p.m. on January the 30th, 2022, and she went to her own home. So Alexis left her mama house around 12 p.m., y'all, on January the 30th, and she went to her own home. Alberta and Alexis talked via video chat at around 3 p.m. that day. So if she left her family around at around 12 p.m., 12:30, 1:30, 2:33, it shouldn't have took her, I don't know, hours to get home. So she was she left around, okay, Alberta and Alexis, they video chat around 3 p.m. that day. She left around noon that Sunday. Hold up, y'all. Oh, excuse me. Hold up for a minute. Let me say that again. Excuse me. What is confirmed in the case is that Alexis left her family at around 12 p.m. on January the 30th, 2022. And she went to her own home. Alberta and Alexis video chat around 3 o'clock that day. She left around she left around noon that Sunday. And then I got a call to check on her around 3. Alberta told Deadline. I saw that she was laying in her bed because I did a video check. She answered right away and she was laying on her bed taking a nap. Okay, so her mama woke up out of nap to make sure she was home. And she said, Mom, I'm just so tired. She said, I'm laying down, taking a nap, and I'll call you when I get up. That never happened. Now, Alexis didn't call her mama, y'all, when she woke up. So I wondered that devil keep on calling her. Alexis had arranged to meet up with the father of her children, T.J. Patterson, on the night of January the 30th. I have seen it reported that he was the father of, excuse me, y'all. I have seen it reported that he was the father of both children, and in another report that he was the father of the youngest child. They was meeting so that Alexis could drop the kids off to him. I was a bit confused because Alexis meant to drop the kids to him. This is the mama speaking. I was a bit confused because Alexis meant to drop the kids to him, and then according to the media reports, Alexis planned to follow him back to his mother's house. I wonder if that was the case. Why did they just meet there? Alberta cleared this up to the Missing American podcast. Now she noticed it didn't make sense to her either. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. I am so sorry. Hold on for a minute. Okay. I'm laying on my arm. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, the two met at the 7. This is what it's saying, y'all. It's not me. Anyway, the two met at the 7-Eleven as arranged, and the kids got into their father's car. Y'all listen to that part now. Okay. Anyway, the two at the 7-Eleven as arranged, and the kids got into their father's car. Alexis put gas in her car. Now, see, this is the first time I heard this, that Alexis put gas in her car, because he said I put 30 in hers and 25 in mine. So I thought he was going to be kind to pump the gas, so I guess she pumped it. It said Alexis put gas in her car. Both she and TJ start to leave. Alexis was following him in her vehicle. Alexis didn't follow him for long, though, Alberta said. She actually shot around him with a high rate of speed and made a quit right at the red light and took off from there. I don't think she wanted him to follow her, y'all, at that time. That's why she did what she had to do to save her children's life. Because she didn't, they'll be missing too. TJ had said that he tried to call Alexis multiple times to find out what happened and where she was going, but he could not get hold of her. TJ called Alberta to let her know what was going on. Alberta then tried to call Alexis herself, but her calls went straight to voicemail. I tried calling her right then, where her cell phone was going straight to voicemail, where she had turned it off, Alberta said. The family grew increasingly concerned when they could not get hold of Alexis. They filed a missing report on February the 1st, Alberta has said there is a CCTV footage that confirms everything TJ said and also confirmed that Alexis was at the gas station. Okay, let me pull this in. They actually showed us the footage at the meeting in the 7-Eleven parking lot. In the 7-Eleven parking lot, nothing seems out of the norm at all. Nothing looks suspicious or anything. Alexis' family and the police look into TJ alibi earlier on. His alibi and everything checked out with the detective, Frank said. We made all types of effort to find out where she may have gone to or whatever, and all our leads have come up empty-handed. Sergeant Finley said, unfortunately, a lot of videos is actually blocked by a tractor trailer that comes into view. But you can see that there's both, but they are both there. Separate vehicles. And doesn't appear any struggle or anything that's going on that's bad. On February the 2nd, Alexis Red Honda was found abandoned in a wooded area in McCormick County, South Carolina. It is believed that the car had been there for a few days because it was logging season in the area. The property owner assumed that it was a logging worker's vehicle. Sergeant Vinny said. All right now, y'all. Y'all heard what he said right there, didn't you? Let's listen to that again. They need to check them workers out now. They better check them workers out. It said it is believed that the car had been there for a few days, y'all, because it was logging season in the area. The property owner assumed that it was a logging worker's vehicle. Sergeant Finley. It's a heavily wooded area with some trails. Did they mean trees? Trails cut by construction equipment, but mostly wooded area. Alberta has said that Alexis would not have been familiar with the area. She would have never have been in that place where her car was found in because that's an unfamiliar area to her. That's my question. Why? She lives in Greensville, South Carolina, Alberta said, which is 30 minutes opposite of Anderson. According to Google Maps, the distance between the 7-Eleven where Alexis' car was found is around 55 miles and 1 hour drive. The cell phone, her purse, her identification, and a bag of clothes was in the car. She had a bag of clothes in the car. Okay. The hair bonnet was laying outside her car, right on the ground. Alexis had been wearing that bonnet when she was at the 7-Eleven. Alberta believes that points to there been a struggle. That right there is enough to say that there had to be some kind of scuffle to take place. Quote, when she was at the gas station, that was on her head. So if it's off, the first instinct that you would do as a woman is pick it up and put it back on, Alexis. Say Alberta explained. They didn't see that as suspicious. They didn't see her walking away from her vehicle with leaving all her personal items and purse and everything in the car. That's not what a woman would do. And I agree with her on that. Randomly, I have read online that Alexis apparently had an appointment at a state lottery office in Augusta, Georgia on Monday after she disappeared. She clearly never never made the appointment, but lottery tickets were also found in her car. Alberta said, excuse me, my allergies. She was going to the main corporate office. I don't know if she had winning tickets or not, but she had several tickets. And she had an appointment that she had made to go to the headquarters. Now, right there, y'all, I think somebody tricked that girl. Had her thinking she don't want $1 million mentally. Alberta told Dateline that authority told the family Alexis' car had done quite a bit of traveling before being found in McCormick. Okay. They did give us information that it was seen at an apartment complex in Anderson, South Carolina, where the ongoing camera actually caught that, Alberta said. They still said they don't know if she was driving the vehicle, but her car was there. Alexis' car apparently traveled to Augusta, Georgia during that time, according to Alexis' stepfather. Augusta, Georgia, back to McCormick is 30 miles. So that vehicle traveled at least an hour from Anderson to travel to Georgia, and it ended up in a hunting field in McCormick, South Carolina. Frank Simpkins Jr. told Dateline. And all that is rural area. When I say rural area, like it basically recreational hunting. Sheriff McBrow told Dateline, obviously her car had been found, several countries over in McCormick County. She knows there's been some other reports where she had potentially gone out of state and that kind of stuff. But the last footage that we can see with her in, I guess, a normal everyday state is leaving the gas station on Highway 29 with the Anderson County jurisdiction. Okay. That look like a whole different Alexis. Okay, here we go. After Alexis' vehicle was found, police searched the surrounding area. They conducted a grid search and went 150 yards into the woods in each direction. They searched 228 with cadaver dogs, and nothing was discovered. The sheriff made this statement. I don't hear them checking the water. There was truly an unified event with all having the same purpose to find Alexis Ware. The sheriff's statement read, Please note that, this search ended with negative results. Our focus and search continued until Alexis is found and reunite with her family. The area is vast. Sheriff McBride told Dateline, I think right now it's like a needle in a haystack. So we're not exactly sure where to search, where to start until we have some more information developed. On February the 8th, law enforcement team searched for 8 hours alongside of state law enforcement helicopters. They checked local boat ramps and nearly 700 acres of shoreline. Also included local bass boats and fishers to help. Oh, okay. I didn't know they did that. In a tip taken from social media, the Montgomery County Sheriff also searched Hickory Knob State Park with bloodhounds. First time I heard that. As Alexis' case went on, people began to contact Alberta to say they know where Alexis was. Alexis' mother, Alberta, has received numerous of messages from a person claiming to know where her whereabouts. Her community advocate Tracy Fant said, I asked to speak to her. Can you send a picture of her? Alberta said. They never put her on the phone, even though they said they would. On March the 3rd, 2022, the FBI got involved in Alexis' case. Calvin Wheeler, spokesman for the FBI Columbia Field office, confirmed FBI involvement in the case and added, I cannot go into detail about the investigation techniques being used by investigators. Hopefully, you'll know our FBI missing persons specialists will be able to help shed some light on some work ideas that we could do. Chef McBride said, maybe we can come up with something together that will maybe give us a better location or pinpoint an area that we need to focus on. Around the same time that the FBI got involved, the Anderson County Sheriff update on their search for Alexis. They obtained numerous search warrants for many items of evidence related to this case. Spent countless hours reviewing and analyzing search warrant results. Reviewed surveillance footages from last known location and possible sites. interviewed family members and associates of Ware, including those who saw or spoke with her prior to her disappearance. The FBI also checked with all area hospital, coroner's office for unidentified patients. They checked with the TSA for flights Alexis may have taken. The FBI also partnered with the McCormick County Sheriff Office, SLED, and other partner agencies to conduct a large-scale search in the area where vehicle was found. The FBI also utilized K-9 search teams. The FBI also engaged with local community leaders and activists working on behalf of Ware and her family. Alexis' family celebrate her 30th birthday in March. We had a seafood ball, which is her favorite food. We just tried to make the best of it. We had shirts made with her 30th birthday and a picture of her on it. I found an interesting post on social media. The post they had summarized information in Alexis' case in great detail. That's a doorbell ring camera of her coming in a neighborhood. Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold up, my hand. That's a doorbell footage of her coming to a neighbor's home where she is seen holding what looks to be some kind of spade for digging in a garden, or maybe a cake cutter. She explained that she did root work, both good and bad, and then began to talk about leaving and moving away. This was earlier the same week. She spent time with her mother. Okay, we read that. No use in us rereading it. But she spent time with her mother and family on the weekend and returned to her apartment. Her mother said she called and she was taking a nap. Later on, okay, y'all, we already read that. Let me see. State that called about so strange to the speaker and other days that there some about things. Okay, yeah. So now it went into some stuff. It went into. Let me play this video. Um, Let me go back and play this video right now. Okay, I think. Let me see. Okay, I'll play this one. Since sure got the pretty kids on it.
Our missing series tonight focuses on the mysterious disappearance of a young woman from South Carolina. Alexis Ware is a mother of two who vanished just before her 30th birthday, and no one can figure out why. Alexis was last seen at a gas station just outside of Greenville, South Carolina. Her car, later found about an hour away, that was 3 months ago, and there has been no sign of her since. Correspondent Janelle Ford is live from outside that 7-Eleven tonight. That was Alexis's last known location. Janelle, the family told you that something seemed off with Alexis before she went missing. What more did they share? Yeah, Marnie, they said that she wasn't acting like her normal self. She wasn't excited for her upcoming 30th birthday. At one point, telling them that she wasn't sure if she'd even make it to the milestone and alluding that someone may have been following her. As Travis Ware scrolls through pictures of his big sister Alexis, he says he can't help but think back to the days leading up to her disappearance.
She kept thinking that she wasn't going to make it to her 30th birthday.
Then, a series of concerning Facebook posts.
They were kind of not her norm, but eventually they were deleted.
Unusual behavior for the aspiring social media model known for her style and big personality.
Alexis is the life of the party.
Which is why Travis is still so puzzled by what happened on January 30th. That afternoon, Alexis met up with her son's father at the 7-Eleven off Highway 29 in Anderson, South Carolina, about 30 minutes from her home in Greenville. There, he buys her gas, and then Alexis loads their 2-year-old son and her 9-year-old daughter in his car, all captured on surveillance video not yet publicly released. Travis says investigators let him watch it and nothing looks out of the ordinary. Until after the two drive off, Alexis starts following her son's father to another location, but then abruptly speeds off. Then she vanishes. The next day, worried, her phone is going to voicemail and no one can reach her. Another day passes and the family files a missing person report with the Anderson County Sheriff's Office. Then, a few days after that, the only real clue, Alexis's bright red Honda found muddied in McCormick, South Carolina, a small rural town a little over an hour from Anderson. Inside the car, her cell phone, wallet, keys, and a bag full of clothes in the trunk.
Was there a reason that she might have made that trip?
No, my sister doesn't know anyone in McCormick. She doesn't have any relatives. We don't have any relatives there. She doesn't have any friends there in McCormick. So that threw me off.
With the discovery came a multi-agency search. Law enforcement canvassing more than 200 acres of land, looking for any sign of the missing mom.
From what I can gather, they did K9 tracks down there. They flew the area down there with aviation.
Sergeant J.T. Foster with Anderson County Sheriff's Office says they've also collected cell phone records, GPS data, and interviewed family, friends, and associates.
We checked with the hospitals, local detention centers, the coroner's office to make sure that there's not been nobody that's not been identified yet. You can check with TSA for flights to make sure that she didn't leave the country.
But nothing. It's almost as if Alexis vanished into thin air.
We're about 3 months, almost exactly 3 months since her disappearance. Are there any clear leads?
Not that I'm aware of.
The case puzzling for both investigators and Alexis's loved ones.
Would she have gone this long without getting in contact with you all?
No, not at all. One, she loved her kids. She's not going to go a day without speaking to her kids. She's not going to go a day without seeing her kids. My sister loves social media. She's not going to go a day, a few hours, a few minutes off of Facebook or Instagram.
But Travis says while the outcome may look grim, he's still holding out hope he'll be reunited with his big sis.
I have hope. I have faith. And I'm not going to give up.
And Marnie, Travis tells me that the family is now offering $5,000 for any information leading to Alexis's whereabouts. You're right, Janelle. I mean,
All right, y'all. I just want to come in and give y'all that, hi, Sharon. Come in and give y'all that presentation. It's kind of like an update. And we're going to, still get a family hope. But y'all put your comment in, what you think, what's going on. Do you think she's still out there? Don't, just leave your comment. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.